So when we had T.I. here, I forget when it was. We was talking. It came up. I was like, "Yo, is your man finished? B.o.B's finished out here? He had those big top 40 records, and now it's over."
No,
like, nah.
They know. B. Rich already complained to me right when he's on me.
Oh, good.
Blaming me as per usual.
Why you?
Blaming because I'm here.
Nah, it was me, man. It wasn't Rose. Why everybody always?
Because I'm the first person to support, so I gotta be the first person who did some shit if I just sit here.
That's fucked up, B. Rich.
Oh no, it really ain't. It really ain't fucked up. Like
I have to have the blind support, no matter what. If I support the first time, then I'm not allowed to ever be critical again. I just have to be like, whatever happens, happens.
Nah, man, this is hip hop, man. We're gonna talk about it.
It's like this, man. If you team up with somebody, you gotta ride with your team instead of goddamn hating all the time.
I don't have a team.
Oh, cool.
I don't make money with y'all.
Cool.
I don't have a team.
Cool.
Y'all call me, y'all do shit together?
Why you all sensitive?
I hate that bullshit.
Why you all sensitive?
Y'all, there's no team. Y'all are my I like Bob from the beginning.
I got you, but obviously not.
What do you mean?
Why?
So
Because,
I can't be critical?
So wait. So let me get this straight. If you cool with someone or you ride for somebody and
you have a one-on-one conversation. Hey, bro, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And then if dude,
but he never even said nothing.
But I didn't even say anything. That's the thing. I don't know what I
He
said.
never-
y'all said something.
No, it was me.
Yeah, like you ain't say shit. You ain't say nothing.
I really didn't.
He really didn't in that moment. It was all me.
I really sat
It was
there.
all me.
He was on a kick.
I don't know you. I never
Right.
met you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I ain't talking about you.
So I have to jump in and fight him and be like, no, Bob's killing it. What do you? That sounds crazy. I was like, listen, Bob's doing his thing. I didn't think Bob had fallen off. I never went on the air and said, oh, Bob fell off. I was always like, listen, I've always fucked with Bob. I'm confident. I never said anything.
And just so you know, him being on his radio station, right, supporting B.o.B from the beginning, us doing B.o.B shit at SOBs and all that shit from the beginning, we supported Bob from then, right? So it wouldn't have even been on the station if I didn't approve. But the way I am with hip hop is like this. When I see cats go to that top 40 world and then the labels start acting funny like I can't get you for an event or I can't have you for a show because now, I don't know, but like you said, I don't know you. So when I hit the label and niggas is like, nah, he doing Billboard Awards, I'm like, all right, because I know niggas is going to come back and check us when that top 40 shit wear off. Because I'm going to tell you one thing about top 40 with black artists, right? They're not going to be there in the long run. Hot 97 is always there. When Nicki Minaj get ready to come back, Beyonce get ready to come back. Kev's my man. Me and Kev hang out all the time. He know how I move, and that's not a knock on you. Get your money, and you're talented. You play the piano, guitar, go get them, right? But when it comes time to get back to this hip hop shit, we gonna be sitting right here.
Well, ain't nobody from your station ever called me or TJ to do a show, cause like we do everything. We do everything. Bob do everything. We ain't too good to do shit.
But y'all was
one of the hardest grinders ever.
But it's also a moral to a story that I've been telling a long time, which is black artists go mainstream, and then when those songs ain't mainstream no more, mainstream don't support them anymore.
But we didn't make no like. Hold on.
You didn't do that. I'm not saying y'all did that on purpose. That's what happened. Man, it happened to the Fugees, my nigga. When the Fugees put out "Killing Me Softly," they didn't want that to be a single at the time. The shit went top 40, super smash everywhere. When the Fugees came back around, it was hard for them to get airplay. Because top 40, it's an ongoing story that I tell a long time about hip hop artists that start out doing this hip hop shit and the fans really support them, right? The shit goes and blows up, right? And the hip hop fans be like, yo, oh, I guess they not fucking with us no more, and they move on to something else. And then when the artists come back around, right, they expect the fans to be there like, and that's not something y'all playing. That's just what happens to the music sometimes. You making the music that you love. You doing the shit you love. And that's just the cycle of artistry and music in this game. It's a story that I tell all the time. So it's not a knock on you, but I've known T.I. a long time. He come in, you play the piano, you play the guitar, you out there rocking. I'm like, T.I., what's up with your man B.o.B? Because I remember when he was underground, making mixtapes. Now, he all over the Z100s and this and the Grammys, and that's fly. But where them hip hop records at? And now we jump right in. B.o.B's here. He got a hip hop record. We still in this bitch, and the shit is starting to pop. B.o.B, welcome to the program.
It feels good to be here.
So talk to us though. You saw that. You've heard of the conversation. You know you've been involved. You heard the whole thing. What's your opinion? What do you have to say to people like myself? That was like, yo, I thought B.o.B fell off. I thought he wasn't about this no more.
Well, you know, I mean, in the hip hop world, you know, sometimes people can get tunnel vision and not see the bigger picture. Mm-hmm. And I look at it like, you know, in one world you may feel like, well, B.o.B fell off, man. Where the hell is he at? Meanwhile, I'm on the other side of the world bringing hip hop to France, Russia, Australia, and really
Doing
making
worldwide
it,
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Really putting it on for the world in a major way. And So Good actually just went double platinum.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, man, like,
So now why come back and make, and what you're talking about is So Good is Sonics, right? So we can get into how records are made and your talent.
You don't need to go all the
we
way.
don't need to get all that. But you came back, you make a record for the clubs, We Still in This Picture, which has more of a street sound to it.
Yeah.
That's a part of a strategy, I'm assuming.
not really, man. Honestly, when I started out, like you said, underground artists with mixtapes, and a lot of my mixtapes were multifaceted, like what I'm doing now. But for me, man, like, I'm 24 years old, man, and I'm out here just trying to live life, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I got signed so early that I didn't really get to experience all the nightlife and the, you know what I'm saying, the young and flashy-ish. So, I'm like really just having fun with it, doing what I want to do. And as a matter of fact, after this album, Underground Luxury, that I'm dropping this summer, I'm finna go make a rock EP.
That's dope.
And
And that's going to be you on your guitar, you on the piano
production,
going.
Yeah.
Now, when you say rock, like what kind of rock? Like metal? Like,
and that, because like rock, some people think about rock, just think about distorted, heavy guitars and screaming and, you know what I'm saying, emo. But, it's a whole different, approach. And honestly, when I was a kid, I hated rock. I actually did not like it. My brother used to listen to it. I was like, why the hell does he have this on his playlist?
Like what artist?
He would have Coldplay, Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins.
You never
Nine
liked
Inch
Teen
Nails.
Spirit?
I swear to God, I hated rock, but like I grew into it. I really, now honestly, that's all I listen to.
Yeah.
You check my playlist, that's all I got.
It was interesting your entrance to the game, because like the second you started blowing up and the whole underground was like, oh my God, B.o.B, B.o.B. I remember seeing you at South by Southwest when you had just changed your name to Bobby Ray, got into the guitar thing. So your path was sort of like different. It's interesting now that you're making that club record, because you went a different path right there at the beginning, got really into it, and so now it seems like you're circling back around, hitting the club joints and going back to the rock shit that you're really into.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and like, this, it's kind of like a reintroduction, because, for the people who caught wind of me from Airplanes and Nothing on You, that's how they know me.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, you got to know the whole picture. Like, y'all don't.
Well, but can we talk
what I'm
about how
saying?
good that picture was for a minute? Because first of all, Nothing on You was a pop joint, but it was first of all a great
But it was
pop
a
song.
dope. But
it was a
wasn't
good
even-
song.
But you know what? In the moment when it came out, and this is the interesting thing about the debate we was having earlier. In the moment that song came out, nobody considered it a pop record. People was like, yo, this is that new B.o.B. We played it. Everybody played it. It was a great
it was
song.
more that Bruno went pop and the song.
Right. Then
went
Bruno
with it.
starts to go pop and the song goes with it, and then the perception becomes B.o.B.'s making pop records. That was my perception. But in reality, I want to see you make that grit that I know you know how to make. And I want to, just like I like
Oh,
my
boy,
rock and
do I
roll
have
gritty,
it.
I like my hip hop gritty.
And do I have it?
Is that why it's Underground Luxury?
Really, like Underground Luxury, man. Like honestly, man. Like where I come from, my childhood. Like I grew up in a house that didn't have windows, doors, heat, AC, lights, electricity. Like we
In
didn't
the
have a
South.
refrigerator.
In
We
the
had to put
South.
our food.
Have doors?
No, my dad had to put up a wooden board and nail it shut each night.
Wow.
We had plastic. I'm talking about the outside wall of the house. We had plastic black tarp on the outside wall.
And
so
what
if
part
you-
of the country
if
is
you
this?
running
Atlanta.
Decatur, Georgia.
Decatur, Georgia.
Yep.
Third world country.
Yo, hold on. And this wasn't like during construction
No,
on your
no,
new
no,
home?
no.
Okay, real talk. We got evicted prematurely from our apartment. My dad was a carpenter and he was building, and we had to move in, prematurely. So,
Okay.
this is just circumstances that, we had to deal with.
So
But
eventually the walls went up.
some
And the
odd
door
years-
got put on.
some odd
But it was
years later.
it just took a little longer. It's like my home improvement right now. I've been working on this one bedroom for 2 years. I'm like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but it's worse when you have a whole family and there's no doors to the
Or AC
Yo,
or
but
refrigerator.
but let's talk about on the positive tip with the big records. I mean, how much did your life improve? Like, fam, you made it far.
Absolutely. Like, I've always made all types of records, man, and like, it ain't nobody who can tell me that before Airplanes came out that was gonna be the pop sound, or you know what I mean. So
it actually kind of
it just-
became the pop sound
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it just kind of evolved into that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was the song that blew up. You know what I'm saying? And so I have to, you know, it's a good side and the downside is, I guess, which is my job now as an artist to continue to paint the picture for people. Like, all right, look, yeah, I know that shit was big, and you know
that is such a welcome downside problem to have when the upside is your new house. Where are you at? You still in Atlanta?
Oh yeah, I'm still there.
I'm assuming you had a nice little spot.
It has walls and doors.
Oh, does it?
Refrigerated.
all the amenities a house should have.
Maybe a basketball court.
Ice maker in the fridge.
Oh yeah,
You got the ice maker
and a water filter in the fridge.
and a water filter.
Absolutely.
Look, I commend you, B.o.B, for pushing the music boundaries despite my kind of rigid ways of how I see hip hop.
Nah, man,
I do
that's hip hop,
commend
man.
you pushing that though, because you know the electronic music or rock guitars or blues or jazz music has always been a part of the hip hop sound that we sample from to create the music, right?
Yeah.
So to see young cats coming up and pushing those boundaries, despite me being like, yo, man, fuck that top 40 music, or yo, I don't like that how that shit sound. That shit sound too happy. That's my personal shit. But you go on anybody's phone, you go onto my phone, you gonna find Bruno Mars, Rihanna, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, and all of that, right? I just like when it comes to MCs and hip hop, I just challenge motherfuckers on some like, yo, where you at with this hip hop thing to make sure that the music doesn't get so far away from us to the point where it's gone forever, because that can and will happen. It's happened with a lot of music genres.
But the difference with Bob is, and this is why I never said anything about Bob's music, was that Bob, unlike other artists who I won't mention, he didn't go out and chase a pop hit.
But that's
those
what
songs got popular. And yes, they were not the hardest songs ever made, but they were still soulful records that were really popular. He didn't get in the lab with fucking Dr. Luke and be like, give me the what's the pop sound of today? He didn't do that. He just had pop hits.
Listen, I applaud artists telling me to fuck off, and I applaud people proving me wrong.
Well, you know
so
what?
I'm challenging you now, sir, that you've had all this top 40 hits. Now you got, we still in this bitch, right? To take us on this journey with you musically, that this shit stays profound. Because you're not only a hip-hop artist and you're an MC, but you play music, you play instruments.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the hip-hop world is a different world than, you know, the rest of the world.
Yeah, nice. We have our own hang-ups and obstacles, but I think a lot of those barriers is getting knocked down.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, it's still in good spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop is like boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basketball is like, it has to be competitive to a certain degree because of the nature of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like just to really channel that type of energy lyrically. You know what I'm saying? That's what hip hop came. I mean, hip hop came from the street. So it's like,
I was just about to say, it's also a function of where it comes from, because when you come from the hood, it's a competitive environment trying to make it out. So every step along the way, you're going to be tested.
Yes.
B.o.B, ladies and gentlemen.
Good luck with this album, bro. When's the next record?
Underground Luxury. Look, we got the next record, Headband, produced by DJ Mustard, featuring 2 Chainz.
That's the one with the whistling on it,
Yes.
right?
Oh,
the
word.
twerk
Sam
anthem
Crespo.
for the
Sam
summer.
Crespo calls one more person up at this radio station about that record.
Oh, DJ Mustard's on the track.
I got,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Mustard
Do you
on
like
the
they
beat.
call him
Mustard
DJ Mustard?
Why?
Because his name is Dijon. Wasn't that his name?
Yep, that is real talk. That is real talk. His
K
real name
Fox
is
with
Dijon.
the facts. Yo, swear to God, his first name is Dijon.
You never asked him that? I was
No,
like,
DJ
that's
Mustard.
true. That's true.
Mustard
Shout out to
on the beat,
Mustard.
B.o.B,
Yo.
anybody on the album coming up that we should look forward to,
Man,
production, all that?
I haven't really gotten my features yet, man. And you know, I just want it to happen naturally, man. You know, I'm not one to chase down.
So you're
features.
telling me that this interview is happening really because we was talking shit and you wanted to come sit down face to face and show these hip hop motherfuckers that you ain't shook and you about this shit.
Abso-motherfucking-lutely.
I like it.
The most polite way possible, though. He's a Southern gentleman.